Hello, my name is Chandan Sahu. In this video, I will be taking you through the SQL Planner health related reports, how it helps you to analyze SQL Server Health with several of these reports. And those reports list are mentioned in this our website, and you get almost more than 50 reports on CPU, IO, storage related, connectivity, and SQL error log related, index, and what are the top queries and stored procedure and expensive queries. So you have all those lists. Let's go through the reports that it has to show in this session. And in the first tab, we see that we have four reports on SQL and memory related. So if we see this first graph, we have SQL CPU related, in which we see that okay, on an average hourly basis, we have certain specific number of SQL operation related CPU uses and then total CPU uses. And what is the non-SQL process? Similarly, in the second graph, we see that this is CPU uses based on the minute wise. The earlier one was based on hourly aggregated thing. And then the third report would be on average uses of memory wise. And we see several uh, spikes, and we can determine which part of the process have taken highest amount of memory. In our case, it is a development machine, so it is totally non-SQL related process that has taken more memory. Like let's say it's approximately between 3 to 4 GB. And the last one is again this is memory uses splits based on the minute level. Similarly, if we move to performance counter, we see several of them. I won't be discussing in details each graph, but it's self-explanatory, and you can see what it shows basically. So the main graphs is based on the buffer pool memory and SQL compilation and recompilation thing. So here we see that we have very least amount of everything is used. Let's say if we are only interested in batch request, we can strike it off the other two, and we will see just batch request. Now similarly, if we want to see the only compilation part, we will just click on these two and it will just show our compilation part. Similarly, this click is functionable on all the graph if we have more than two uh, graph line plotted on the graph. So here we have buffer cache hit ratio. It is very good in our case. And checkpoint pages, since it's a development machine, so we see very low uses. And similarly for all other numbers on performance numbers basically. So let's go to now IO uses related graph. We see that okay, logical file wise, and here is IO database uses based on the database wise. Similarly, we if we mouse over on specific graph, we see that this particular database has uses a specific amount of read write and total thing. And if we want to further drill down based on each logical file on a specific database, so this is the graph read write by logical file. And if we would like to historically analyze based on the IO uses on a specific database wise, so this is for the read trend, and the fourth one is for the write trend. And let's move to now storage wise. Now this is based on the database wise, which database has specific amount of total uses on that has taken on your hard disk, and mouse hovering will say you that okay, specific database name and the log file uses and the data file uses. And this report says you that specific drive on that specific server is how much utilized overall wise. And that again, this is for the trend wise. Now specific drive which SQL server has access to, it will display on a specific date how much it was filled and how much is the empty space on that drive. Now coming back to the filter criteria, if you just are interested in to to see just temp db uses, and then you can just choose it and click on apply. Now again, it will just for say display whatever the days you have selected. You can customize it also based on a specific range of date. Now coming to connectivity and error. Now specifically whenever you have SQL server disconnection, you would see them listed here. That means at that particular time your server was not reachable, and you will see them the live heartbeat live report here. And this report says you if there are any SQL errors on the log file especially, and then it will be listed and listed here, and yeah, you get an alert email also on that. Now coming to missing index, in this specific range for last 7 days, what are the most index that according to execution plan it has to recommend that these are the indexes will be good to be implemented on specific columns and specific tables. So what will be the advantage and its percentage, it is mentioned here. And in this total expensive stored procedure, we see that okay, specific stored procedure has execution total execution count is this much, and what is the average CPU time it has taken is this much. So such reports you get it from here. This one is based on the logical read wise, this one is based on the elapsed time second. Now again, stored procedure by CPU usage, and this is a trend specific date, at a specific date how much uh, time it had taken is what you see here, and this is based on the logical read wise. Now coming to expensive top queries by duration wise, by average duration wise, and by IO wise, you see all of them here listed. And this is, with this you get a fair enough idea on specific server health, that okay, this is the performance and these are the main queries which is very expensive to tune. And now this pane is what says you is database level of analysis. So here you can specifically see that okay, specific database has this much of uh, log file uses and the data files uses. Now table wise, which are those tables which have taking highest amount of size is what is listed here, and we'll have more reports on this section again in future. And now the responsive part, let's say if you are traveling and if you want to see these reports on your mobile or tablet, this is how it is going to look like. Let's say I'll switch to tablet mode. Let me select the tablet here. Okay, I don't have tablet. Okay, let's move to iPhone, and I'll move to memory part, and I'll switch to horizontally. I'll move switch the screen, and then I'll see the uses like this. Similarly, if you move to other performance counter related, and you get to see these graphs in your mobile or tablet view. So it is very much comfortable on mobile screen or tablet screen also. With this, I have completed this session, and have a great day. Thank you for watching.